Sweet. So I'm glad you guys are here. We're going to do a 75-minute yoga class. It's a 26 and 2 style of yoga. So same 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises every time. It's traditionally done in a hot room. Since I don't have access to a hot room right now, you might not either. We're going to do a couple-minute warm-up first, and then we will go ahead and get started. So today we're going to do like a fun cardio calisthenic workout. So you're just going to start by marching in place. So we're just doing a little thing at the beginning of class to get the blood flowing. Oops. And let's go back to that. Okay. You can stay at this pace marching in place. You can also pick up the pace and jog in place. And with this little warm up and with the yoga in general, if something doesn't work for you, know that you can do something else, you can modify, or you can skip it entirely. From here, we're gonna go to jumping jacks. So yoga at times is challenging, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to be challenged or to be a little uncomfortable, but you're never going to a point of pain, point that doesn't feel right for you. From here, we're gonna hit the floor and hold a plank. So coming down onto the floor, you're welcome to do the plank on your knees, on your forearms, whatever feels good for you. You can make fists and be on your knuckles if you have bad wrists. Okay, you can stay here in plank. You can also start to bring right knee to right elbow, left knee to left elbow, right knee to right elbow, left knee to left elbow, and pick up the pace for mountain climbers. And we're not here for very long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go back to plank, hold it. Okay, good. From here, lift your hips up, down dog, bend one knee, straighten the other. It's my oven. Okay, then as you're ready, walk your hands, feet back together. Bend your knees, slowly roll up. And we'll go back to jumping jacks. So in yoga postures, the general rule of thumb is you want to reverse out. So if you go in step A, B, C, the safest way to exit is step C, B, A. And we're doing that with our warm up as well, reversing out. So next we'll go back to running in place. And we'll finish marching in place. Great. So it's a short little warm up. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more warm, energized in your body. From here, we'll hop into the traditional 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises. So as you're ready, bring your feet together, toes, heels touch. And we'll start with pranayama, deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. In pranayama, deep breathing, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, all the time against the back of your throat. Rock the weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Slowly head back. Arms forward. Elbows touch. Good. Inhale, chin down slowly. Bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Breathe in through your nose, down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide. Make an HA. Sound like you're trying to fog up a mirror on the ceiling. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out just like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. Let's make this the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push. Squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. So we do 2 of almost everything. Second set might be more familiar. Maybe you can breathe deeper. Feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up, breathing in through the nose, against the back of the throat, lift your elbows up, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly push your head back, never forcing the body. Stretch your arms forward, elbows touching away from your body. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down. Yoga is a great opportunity for self-awareness. Notice where your weight is. Keep the weight in your heels. Exhale, head up. So just your head drops back, no backward bending. Keep shoulders over hips, hips over heels, weight in the heels. Inhale, head down. Notice if you're rocking back and forth or side to side, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, lock your legs. Exhale, head up. Keep your knuckles under your chin like glue. Squeeze your palms together, wrists together, forearms, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. As you inhale, open your rib cage wide. Expand your rib cage, expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. Even as you exhale, engage your abdominal wall, stomach in, eyes open, elbows touch away from your body. Inhale, head down. Make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Make this the most relaxed exhale so far. Letting everything go. Shoulders down, elbows up. Keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in 1 more sip of air. Exhale, head up, take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. We'll continue with half moon with hands to feet pose, Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana. Keep your feet together. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Nice tight grip, don't lose the grip. Stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left. Right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. Good. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle, half moon pose. Bring the weight into your heels. Push your hips a little forward, head and arms back, squeeze your palms together. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day, and there's no rush. Know where you have to be. Nothing you have to prove to yourself or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through the nose. Let your breath be your guide. As you inhale, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, come down, push, push, push. Good, change. Inhale to come up and stop in the middle. Reset, press your heels down, lift your chest up, stretch up out of your waistband spine, and slowly bend to the left as you push your hips to the right, coming down in a straight line. No bend in the elbows, no bend in the knees. So lock your left arm as much as your right arm, contract your left thigh as much as your right thigh, and breathe in and out through the nose. Arms with the ears, or equidistance between arms and ears. So notice if like one ear is touching but not the other. Keep the weight in your heels, push your hips a little forward, upper body back. Push your right hip forward, keep your 2 hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up and stop in the middle. First back bend, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head all the way back, look for the floor behind you, and then bring your arms back with your ears, try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck looks good. Lower back, middle back, upper back, nice. Bend your total spine. Backward bending, try to fall down backwards, maximum weight in your heels. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change. Inhale to come up, stretch up first. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Put your hands on the floor and then relax your head down. Go for a walk, bend one knee, straighten the other, move your hips right, left, right, left. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Hands to feet pose, Padastasana. Bend your knees halfway. At first, grab the backs of your calves or Achilles. Eventually, grab your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Bend your elbows back behind you, stomach to thighs, chest to knees. Eventually, face to the shins, below the knees. No room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight forward into your toes. Push your big toes down. Lift your hips up. Stretch your spine. Good, change, come up, arms with your ears, knees can bend, nice, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Good, stretch up out of your waist and slowly bend to the right as you push your hips to the left. Come down in a straight line, no bending elbows, no bending knees. Contract your thighs, lift your chin, and continue to breathe. In and out through your nose. Use your right hand to pull your left hand to the top right corner of the room. Push your left heel into the floor. Push your right heel into the floor. Come down, push, push, push. Good, change. Inhale to come up and reset. Hips forward, arms back, stretch up tall, and slowly bend to the left as you push your hips to the right. Notice that every day is a little bit different, so this posture might feel different than the last time you practiced it. And that can be current events, that can be what's going on in your personal life. It can also be seasonal transitions. So especially as we're transitioning to cooler temperatures outside of our yoga practice, just know that things might feel a little bit different, and that's okay. Keep the weight in your heels, push your hips a little more forward, upper body back, right hip forward, 2 hips in line, left shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener. It's hard for me to talk and do it once, so I'll talk a little bit and then we'll practice together. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, drop your head back, squeeze your butt, lock your legs and bring your arms back. So notice if your knees or elbows start to bend, come up a little bit. That's tightness in your back that your legs are trying to compensate for. Instead, lock your legs, lock your arms, and now bring your arms back bending together for 10 seconds. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down. Carefully put your hands on the floor, drop your head, go for another walk, bend one knee, straighten the other. Move your hips, shake your head. Notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set, what's still a little tight, no right or wrong. Second set, Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees, halfway, grab your heels from behind, wrap your elbows back, touch stomach to thighs, chest to knees, face on the shins, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Maybe in the second set, you can lift your hips a little higher, but do keep the upper body glued to the lower body the whole time. Pull on your heels, roll forward, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, arms with your ears, knees can bend. Nice, arms down, and you let that go. Awkward, Utkatasana, chair pose. Step your right foot to the right, 6 inches, hip width distance. Make sure your step isn't too wide. It's like if you put your hands on your hip bones and look down, that should be the space between your feet, not too wide of a step. Keep the insides of your feet parallel. Bring your arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight. Suck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down, halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in, lean your upper body back, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight, a little bit more weight back into your heels, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, try to fall down backwards at the end. Good, change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips forward, now come up maximum on your tiptoes like a ballerina. Stretch up first, bend your knees and sit down. Lean back, touch your head and hips to a wall behind you. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up, last part, Heels down, squeeze your knees and inner thighs together. Let your heels come a little bit off the floor and slowly sit down like you're sliding your back down a wet marble wall. Stop whenever feels right or when you're a half inch off your heels. No obligation to sit all the way down. Squeeze your knees together, lift your chest up, and change. Slowly come up, knees together, jaw relaxed. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance, not too big of a step, insides your feet parallel. I'll show you from the side. Bring your arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, suck your stomach in. 3, 2, 1, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. So you wanna stick your butt out and lean your chest forward, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in, start to lean your upper body back. Keep the weight in your heels. Open your knees if you need to. Keep 6 inches between toes, heels, knees, and hands. Lift your chin up, chest up. Good, change. Inhale to come up. Keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward. Now come up all the way on your tiptoes. Stretch up first, bend your knees, and sit down. Push your big toes down. Lift your heels up, knees up, spine straight, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up, last part, heels down. Squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little off the floor, and slowly sit down. Lean back as you sit down, knees together, abdominal wall engaged. Stop when you're a half inch off your heels, so leave a gap between your heels and your butt. Suck your stomach in, lift your chest, re-engage your fingers, and change. Slowly push the floor away from you. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana. We'll do the right side first. Note that I'm not mirroring you, so it might look like we're doing the left side. Ready? Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right under left. Cross first at your elbows. Again at your wrists if you can. You can grab shoulders. You can interlace your fingers, or you can have hands in prayer, thumbs towards your nose. Okay. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. I was doing some dinner prep before this and cutting garlic, and I'm like, my fingers smell really good right now. Wow, okay, too much information. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back, bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down more, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, arms overhead. Let's do the left side. Exhale, swing your left arm under your right arm. Left under right, palms together, thumbs towards your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down first, one step at a time. Stay down there. Lift your chest, keep your hips down low, and bring your left leg up and over your right leg. Cross twist. At first, your foot's hanging out. Start to point your toes towards your left calf, and eventually wrap your left foot behind your right calf muscle. On this side, bring knees to the left and upper body to the right. You want wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankle, weight in the heel. Sit down more. Pull your elbows down, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, inhale your arms over your head. Second set, exhale, right arm under your left arm, right under left, palms together, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down. Lean back and bring your right leg over your left leg, hamstring over quadricep. So the higher you wrap that leg, the more foot you have to cross and wrap. Knees to the right, upper body to the left. In other words, push your left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Right shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line. Sit down more, keep the weight in your heel, lean your upper body back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Last one, finish strong. Bring your left arm under your right arm, palms together. Pull elbows down. One day fingers go below the nose. I'm not there yet. Bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. And notably, this side might feel a little or a lot different for you. On the other side, I can kind of get my fingers to match up and I can kind of get my fingers below my nose. But on this side, my right hand is way higher than my left hand. My hands are way up there. It's just a different tightness in shoulder. Start to sit a little bit lower. Relax your jaw. Sit a little bit lower, pull your elbows down, lean your upper body back. Good, change. Feet together, arms overhead, arms down. Party time, grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. I'm cooking sweet potatoes in the oven during this class, and I just checked. They look good so far. So my recipe is 4 sweet potatoes in tin foil and olive oil at 350 degrees for 75 minutes. Because I know you're curious about that. Okay, standing head to knee. Janu Shavasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Point your right toes, flex your right toes. Keep your right toes flexed back to your face, heel pointing down. Engage your abdominal wall. You can stay here. You're focusing on your core strength, hip flexor strength, psoas, quadricep strength. You're also working on your balance. If you're ready, start to fold forward and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, nice tight grip, don't lose the grip. This is the setup for standing head to knee pose. If you've been coming for a while and you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble, inhale, slowly, gently lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower, standing leg lock. Take a deep breath, kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If both legs lock from the side legs, make an upside down L. Like Linda, bend your elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Good, change. Slowly reverse out. Shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. Lift your left leg up. Point your left toes, flex your left toes. Keep your left toes flexed back. Abdomen in, option to stay here, or as you're ready, slowly round forward and eventually pick up your left foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. Make sure standing leg is solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken, you have no knee. If you know right leg is locked, inhale, slowly lift your left leg up. It's a real kick, heel forward, toes back, stomach in. If your standing leg is bending or wobbling, posture hasn't started. Only if both legs lock. Puff up your chest first. And then bend elbows down. Keep bringing the chest down. So one day elbows go below the calf muscle, heel forward, toes back, stomach in. Good, change. Slowly reverse out. Nice, you can put your hands on your back, do a little back bend, or a knee bend. So make sure you're always engaging your abdominal wall when you round forward. It's much safer for your back. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, toes back, abdomen in, start to round forward. So when we engage our front, our back can more safely move. That's why we're engaging the quadricep muscle so the hamstring can stretch. If you know your standing leg is locked, inhale, lift your right leg up, heel forward, toes back. If both legs lock, you feel stretching on both hamstrings, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance, then tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. Heel forward, toes back. Lock your standing leg. Good, change, slowly reverse out. Take your time. Shift your weight to your right leg, evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot, and lift your left leg up. Toes back, stomach in, round down, and pick up your left foot. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to have fun. It's not so serious. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Heel forward, toes back. Notice if your heel is turning in and toes are turning out. Heel to the floor, big toe back to your face. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee. Try lifting your hips towards your ribs as you tuck your chin in. Good, take your time as you reverse out. Lovely, okay, so that was a forward curl. Next, we do a nice back bend called standing bow pulling pose. If you're new, listen extra careful for the next couple moments because I'm going to explain the grip. So I'll show you the grip and then I'll tell you like do's and don'ts. So the grip for standing bow is you're going to pick up the inside of your foot like so the shoulder's reaching out. Now, what you don't want to do is rotate your shoulder like this and then pick up like this. That can really hurt the shoulder. So I'll give you 2 options. You can grab from the outside of your foot, or you can rotate your palm up so the shoulder faces out, and without turning your wrist, you'll pick up the inside of your foot. Okay, so feet together, here we go together. Bring your right hand up, palm faces the ceiling, elbow touches the body. Bring your hand out to the right, give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Keep your palm up like you could still give yourself a high five without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right ankle at the ankle bone. So you could still give yourself a high five. Bring your left arm up and back with your ear, knees together to start. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever, so kick really hard. Slowly come down. Bring your body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. Body down more, leg up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Bring your left hand up, bring it out to the left, reach back without turning or twisting your shoulder, elbow, or wrist. Pick up the inside of your left ankle at the ankle bone. Knees together, hips in line. Bring your right arm up and all the way back with your ear. Squeeze your right thigh, point your left toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your left leg back and up. Kicking and stretching equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. If you fall out, hop back in, kick even harder. Slowly come down, abdomen, chest parallel to the floor, but keep your chin and chest lifted. Remember that it's a back bend. Actively slide your right shoulder forward, relax your left shoulder back and breathe. Body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Take a breath. So if you've ever swam in a pool and you've had the experience of like kicking off the side of a pool, that's how hard you're kicking in this posture. Like you want to kick into your hand as hard as possible, and the harder you kick into your hand, like you're kicking off the side of a pool or you're kicking your little brother, the easier it is to balance. Second set, feet together, bring your right hand up, bring it out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right ankle, at the ankle, knees together. Lift your left arm up and back. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. So kick into that hand like you're kicking off the side of a pool. All 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, palm of your left hand faces the floor. Get your left arm exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower, standing leg lock, come down. Body down more, kick back, kick up harder. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Kick yourself up. Last one, here we go. Bring your left hand up, bring it out to the left. Reach back, pick up the inside of your foot at the ankle bone. Right arm back with your ear, knees together. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Keep breathing. Mouth closed, eyes open. It helps to focus on one unmoving spot in front of you. When you focus on an unmoving spot, it's a little bit easier to balance, but do make sure that your chin stays lifted so you're not like tilting your head down. Keep your chin up, chest up, laser beam focus, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Come to the back of your mat and towel for Tula Dandasana balancing stick. Feet together, inhale your arms over your head, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, lean back. Step your right foot forward, a big step. Lock both legs, point your left toes, and slowly tilt like a seesaw. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. So from the side, body makes a T like Tom, but not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change. Left foot down, right foot back. So remember that you want your whole spine straight for this one, even your neck. Step your left foot forward, keep your arms with your ears, lock both legs, point your right toes, and tilt. So the whole back is flat from the side. Notice if you're like dropping your head way down or lifting it way up. Biceps with your ears, chest down to parallel, body down, heel up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Take a breath. Second set, feet together, Arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, stretch up. Step your right foot forward, lock both legs, point your left toes, and tilt. You're trying to give yourself a mini heart attack here, so you don't have a bigger one later on in life. Drop your left hip down, left shoulder down, arms with your ears, stretch. Good, change, left foot down, right foot back. Last one, just for fun, stretch up first. Step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, and tilt. So you're kind of looking just past your eyebrows here. Biceps with your ears, chest down more. Can you lock your back leg more? Stretch the big toe back, stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. Come to the top of your mat and towel. You're welcome to face the long side of your mat. I'm going to continue to face you. Standing, separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Bikattapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step. Arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Look forward all the way down. In the first set, we're kind of figuring out just how wide our steps should be. So see if you can grab the backs of your heels from behind. And if you can't, try taking a slightly larger or a slightly smaller step. You can also try grabbing the outsides of your feet so you have something to pull on. And for those of you with super tight knees or hamstrings, start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward. Lift your hips up. Notice if your shoulders are coming towards your ears. Lift your shoulders up, away from your ears. So shoulders up to the ceiling, elbows back towards your calves, hips up towards the ceiling, shoulders up, hips up, everything lifting up. Lock your legs, pull and stretch. Good, change, slowly come up. Push your hips forward, step your right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. So if your forehead touched the floor in the first set, take a smaller step so you can stretch your spine more. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, try taking a slightly larger step. Second set, I'll show you from the side. For the second set, try to keep your spine straight the whole time. Arms overhead, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 5 feet, turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. If you have short legs and a long torso, it's probably kind of easy to get your forehead to the floor. It is for me. If you have long legs and a short torso, your forehead might never touch the floor, and that's okay. No, taking a bigger step can help. Rolling forward can help. Again, notice if your spine is rounding, if you're like looking up towards your butt, or if the shoulders are tensing. Instead, lift your chin away from your chest, look forward, lift your shoulders up, roll forward one more time, pull, stretch. Imagine your heart will touch the floor before your head. At the very end, if your head's like an inch away from the floor, then you just drop it down so the neck is neutral, forehead touches the floor, in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up. Take your time as blood flow reverses. Step your right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. Lovely. Next is triangle trikonasana. In other styles of yoga, it would be like a warrior two, but in this style of yoga, we joke there is no war, so we call it triangle. Okay, feet together, arms over your head. Step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, inhale, bend your right leg, and lunge. Sit as low as you can, knee over the ankle, right thigh bicep parallel to the floor, left leg locked. Push your hips forward, lean back, keep your spine straight in the middle, and just move your arms at the same time. Sit down, right elbow in front of the knee, aim your right fingers towards your big and second toe, don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor. Instead, look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, push your left hip forward and down, push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, turn, twist your upper body back like spine twisting posture at the end of class. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Good, change. Rotate your arms, straighten your right leg. Right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and sit down. If your step is too short, you don't really have an option to sit low. Simply by taking a wider step, maybe even rotating that right hip forward, you can sit down all the way. Lean back, keep your hips down low, and just move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee, hovering your fingers just above your big and second toe. Arms at 6 and 12 on the clock. Look up towards the ceiling. Make sure all 5 fingers together thumb with your index finger. Reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down. Sit down more, chest up more, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Good, change. Rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. So in the separate leg series, in this posture, the one we just did and the one after, the length of your step will always be determined by your physiology, like the proportion, of your legs to your hips, to your spine, to your neck, all of that stuff. So especially if you're new or relatively new or coming back after a while away, don't be afraid to play around with like how wide of a step you take for this one, the one that we just did, and the one we'll do after. Second set, triangle, arms overhead. Step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean back, turn your right foot out, left toes in a little bit, bend your right leg and lunge. And sometimes when we're tight, we can't sit down very low, and that's okay. Keep your hips right where they are and move your arms. You wanna get like a nice diagonal line from your ankle all the way to the crown of your head. Pro tip, try taking a bigger step, push your left hip forward and down, push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, left foot, flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, push the right heel into the floor to come up. Right toes in, left toes out, two heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, sit all the way down. Make sure that right leg stays locked, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. So notice if the right knee is bending or the ankle or knee are rolling in. Make sure right foot is flat on the floor, even your pinky toe is in contact with the floor. Look up and stretch up. Sink your hips down a little bit lower, lift your chest up a little higher, turn, twist upper body back, stomach in, lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Good, change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, reverse, reverse, right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. Wonderful. I often think of that, I think it's, what is that, from Cha-Cha Slide, reverse, reverse. That's how I think about coming out of postures. Okay, standing separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana Vikapta Janushrasana. Inhale your arms over your head, palms together, just cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 feet, 36 inches. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. Turn your back toes in, push your hips forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times beyond your flexibility. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line, backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Round your spine like an angry cat. Tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. Now again, this step will be dependent on like how tight you are, the proportion of your spine to your legs. You might need to take a smaller or larger step. You can always bend your front leg and then round your spine more. See if you can bring your chin into your chest, forehead and knee closer together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together first. Change, slowly uncurl, reverse, reverse. Arms with your ears, vertebra by vertebra, head up, last. Good, pick up your toes, pivot on your heels, pivot on your heels. My step always gets shorter when I transition. Take a wider step, uncross your feet, turn your back toes in. Once your back toes are turned in, you can push your hips forward until your hips are even. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest, go down. So you want to pay attention to how you go into postures so that you can reverse out. Tuck your chin to your chest, touch your exactly forehead and knee together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight into your front foot and try to even out your hips. Left hip up, right hip forward. Good, push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl. Arms with your ears, head up, very last. Good, pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. So when we pay attention, not just to the posture, but into the way that we enter and exit, when we pay attention to how we're going in and going out of postures, it's much safer And it's also much more mindful, right? When I'm focusing on like getting my hips in line, that's also an opportunity for me to forget about everything else going on outside of the room. So again, by keeping our mind with our body, we protect our body, but it's also a nice meditative experience, a moving meditation. Second set, head to knee, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs. Step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. Push your hips forward, forward, forward. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down, round your spine. And inevitably our mind wanders. In this class alone, I've told you about how my thumbs smell like garlic, how I think about the cha-cha slide, right? Our minds wander in class. And when that happens, be gentle and compassionate with yourself. Gently invite yourself back to the truth of this breath, savoring the present moment. Bring your weight into your right front leg, right hip up, left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, biceps with ears, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels 180 degrees. Turn your back toes in so you can push your hips forward. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Can you look towards your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your left foot all the way down. For a balance challenge, keep your hands together. A tip, if your heels are crisscross, it's way harder to balance. Make sure heels are in line, but not crisscross. Touch knee and head together. The other trick for balance is to bring more weight into your front foot and then press your hips towards your ribs. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, as slow as you went in, head up, very last. Good. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat and towel for the hip opening series, tree pose, and then toe stand. First, Tadasana. Lock your left leg, lift your right leg up. At first, you can place your foot on top of your shin, your knee, your thigh, eventually heel to costume. Slowly, gently, let your right knee drop down and back. We're training the hips and knees to sit in lotus pose one day. So in this version of tree, you want your foot on top of your thigh rather than on the inside of your thigh. It's a little bit different. When you're ready, bring your right hand up. And if you can balance, left hand up. Push your hips forward and lift your chest up. Temporarily eliminate any curvature in your spine. Good, change slowly, right leg down. Lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. Hold space for the fact that this side might be really different. Touch your heel to your costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling, and let your left knee drop down and back. Left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand up. If you're like me and your foot slides, continue to hold on to your foot with your hand. Eventually heel all the way up in line with your groin, your costume. Press your hips forward, lift your chest up. Good. Change, left leg down. You're welcome to do a second set of tree. You can also try another fun posture called toe stand. If you're new, you can watch me. Otherwise, for toe stand, to help with balance, pick a spot on the floor 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up, anywhere above the knee, anywhere on top of the thigh. You can bring one or both hands together. Engage your abdominal wall, keep your standing leg locked, and start to fold forward. Hang forward. At first, fingers dangling forward, eventually fingers to floor, eventually walk your hands forward. Put all of the weight into your arms first. Lift your heel, bend your knee, and sit down. So you want the weight in your arms rather than your knee as you sit. Walk your hands back to either sides of your body and make sure you're listening to what your body, not your ego, is telling you today. Left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand up. Elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, put your hands on the floor. Lift your hips up and then push your hips forward to slowly reverse out. You can also come up on 2 feet. Nice, change. Right leg down. I'll show you this one from the side. Lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. If your foot is prone to sliding, you can hold onto your foot on the way down. Otherwise, hands in prayer, stomach in, and fold forward. Hands to floor first. You want to keep the legs straight. Walk your hands forward and lean forward, shoulders over wrists. Lift your heel, keep leaning forward, bend your knee and sit down. No weight in the knee as you sit. Walk your hands back. Try to get your 2 knees in line. Notice if one knee is higher than the other. It's a wobbly process. Left hand up. What are you thinking about? Right hand up. Concentrate, meditate. Elbows down, spine straight. Come a ½ inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, put your hands on the floor. Lift your hips up first, and then push your hips forward. You can also come up on 2 feet. Nice. Change. Left leg down. Honor yourself. Give yourself high five. Fist bump. Turn around. Savasana. Head to the front of your mat. Feet to the back of your mat. I'm going to check on my sweet potatoes. They're looking so good. I think this should be the concept of a new yoga thing, like baking while you do hot yoga or something. I don't know. I'm working on it. Okay. Savasana. Head to the front of your mat. Feet to the back of your mat. Heels together. Toes fall open. Arms down. Palms face the ceiling. Eyes open. Mouth closed. Breathing normal. Take a slow inhale and a slow exhale. So as has perhaps become evident throughout this class, focus is like really hard for me. Like concentrate and meditate, that is a struggle. Here's what I love about yoga. It is always an invitation to return to the present moment compassionately when our mind starts to wander. So, with stillness, with focus outside of yoga, it can be easy to be hard on yourself, right? I hear this all the time, especially during COVID. Like, it's really hard for me to concentrate. I can barely get through a chapter of a book. I'm hearing that all the time from friends, from family, from yoga students. Really hard to concentrate. And it can be easy to be down on yourself, right? Especially in your work life, like if productivity is low or something like that, it can be easy to be harsh with yourself. In yoga, we're noticing when our mind starts to wander, but we're being compassionate about it, right? We're compassionately inviting ourselves back into the present moment. And I think that actually works better than, being harsh on ourselves. So when those moments arise in class and outside of class, when you just notice mind has wandered or body's fidgeting or whatever it is, just gently return yourself to stillness, to your breath. Keep calm and carry on. Pavanamuktasana when you're moving pose. Lift your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin just below the knee, nice tight, white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out and down and hold still. Avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body, pull down extra hard. Maximum pressure on your lower abdomen. Change. Right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down and hold still. Keep your right leg on the floor. If your right calf doesn't naturally touch the floor, that's normal. Try flexing your right toes back to your face to anchor the right side of the body down. Change. Left leg down and both legs lift up. Grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a really big hug for coming to class. Good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your feet in line, 2 heels in line, side by side, not crisscross. When you line up your feet, you line up your hips. Head on the floor. Gently look down the center line of your body and breathe. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Good. Change. Arms down, eyes open, breathing normal. Second set, right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, maybe switch the grip, opposite thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down. So this is a nice hip opener. It's part of the hip opening series, just like tree pose and toe stand, those postures we did before Savasana. So too with this one, try to keep your hips and shoulders in line. From a bird's eye view, you want to keep your hips and shoulders parallel, like 4 corners of a rectangle. Change, right leg down, left leg up. So you're pulling the knee out and down, but you're not lifting the hip up, if that makes any sense. Bring your left foot a little to the left and then pull down, drawing the thigh towards just the outside of your ribs. Knee towards the armpit. Change. Left leg down, both legs up. Grab your elbows each other. Give yourself another big squeeze, maybe other elbow on top. And if you can't grab your elbows, no problem. You can grab your knees, you can interlock your fingers. The idea is you want to draw your thighs down towards your abdominal wall, putting pressure on the lower abdomen. It's really good for your digestion, pushing gas bubbles out of the stomach before we lie on our stomach. Change. Arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back today, skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, and meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Good, everybody lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders. So your elbows point up like a cobra's tail. Bring your feet, so your elbows point up, bring your feet together like a cobra's tail. Words are hard, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, beautiful. Use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor, the rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows should stay bent, they make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Notice if your shoulders are tensing up, roll your shoulders back and down. In pretty much every posture we do, we want to get the shoulders away from the ears. Don't forget about your cobra's tail, beautiful. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Even slower exhale through your nose. Second set. Bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor, not cupping, all 5 fingers together, fingers just below the shoulders, little fingers in line with your deltoids. Feet together, lock your legs, look up, and lift. So contract your thigh muscles, squeeze your butt. Push your feet down, push your hips and hands down. Make sure there's a little bit of resistance between your hands and the floor. You're starting to wake up the back muscles, and it's a great way to stretch through your chest. So lift your chest, lift your chin, look up, and breathe. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on the towel, arms down, heels open. If it bothers your neck and shoulder to look left and right, I'm right there with you a lot of days. You can bend one or both arms up so your hands are close to your face, and that'll take pressure off of your neck and shoulder. Okay, locust, Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arm straight position. Rotate your palms down, palms face the floor, thumbs outside, pinkies inside. Start to walk your arms underneath you, right, left, right, left. One day, pinky fingers touch. If your thumbs are touching, rotate your arms the other way. It is safer for your shoulders, even if it doesn't feel as comfortable. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. This is one of my favorite lessons, life lessons in yoga. Sometimes the thing that is a little bit less comfortable is actually safer and will do less harm. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Does that make sense? So there's things in this class that we do that are a little bit uncomfortable or out of our comfort zone, but we're doing what we know to be like safe for our bodies, healing for our bodies. Lift your heel up, change, left leg down. Tuck your chin in, mouth down, kiss your mat. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. You can do it, struggle a little harder. Don't give up, mouth down, shoulders down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your heels up. Good, change, slowly lower down, bring your arms out. Look to the right, left ear on the towel, breathe. Years ago, I brought a boyfriend at the time into yoga. And I just remember after class, we were talking about this posture, and he was like, if I have my palms, face my thighs, I can lift all the way up. And I should have known then that it was a doomed relationship, because like for a lot of us, if we flip the palms the other way, it's easier to lift the legs, but it's way more dangerous for the shoulders, right? So the hard way is often the right way. There's no cutting corners, or like in yoga, if you cut corners now, at some point you pay for it later, right? So we're just doing it slowly, methodically, with patience, compassion. Second set, locust, bring your chin forward, arms straight, flip your palms down, bring your arms underneath you as best you can. So you're stretching through the ligaments on your fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders, all the joints stretching out. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. You're creating a little bit of a tourniquet effect with the arms. At the same time, you're increasing the heart rate by bringing more weight towards the heart muscle. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. We also learn a little bit of tenacity and grit. We call it a mind over the matter posture. The matter is often the mind. Change. Left leg down. Grand finale, tuck your chin in. Mwah, kiss your mat. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you. Spread your fingers wide. Squeeze your butt. Lock your legs. Point your toes. Lift both legs up. So push your fingers down rather than your wrists. Push your shoulders down rather than your elbows. Squeeze your butt. Feet together. Lock your legs. Lift your heels up. Good. Change. Slowly lower down. Bring your arms out. Look to the left. And as you release the arms, you release the tourniquet effect. And you might feel it. I can. You get a nice rush of blood through the knuckles, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. So the posture stretches and strengthens, but the release is really good for circulation. Purna Shalabhasana, full locust. Bring your chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings, feet together, toes and heels touch. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor, 747. Taking off, just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. Keep your feet together, toes and heels touch, lock your legs. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right and breathe. Notice if you're going into postures, in control, but then you have to like collapse out of them. You might have gone a little bit too far. Try to come out of postures with the same grace that you go in. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. I know there's days where like nothing about this yoga feels graceful, and I'm right there with you. Let your experience be what your experience is. If you're angry right now, like let yourself be angry. If you're giggly right now, let yourself be giggly. The greatest teacher is the present moment. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. But do try to slowly lower down. Change. Tuck in your wings. Look to the left, right ear on the towel. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Dhanurasana, floor butt. Bring your chin forward. Bend your legs. Grab your feet from the outside. All 5 fingers together. Thumbs with your index fingers. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Good. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once and freeze. Hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through the nose. You've got it. Notice if your knees are way wider than your hips. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrists straight. Point your big toes and your pinky toes up to the ceiling. Hold on tight. Kick, kick, kick. Lovely. Change. Slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel, still breathing in and breathing out. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, round the outside, round the outside, point your toes, squeeze your glutes, look up and kick really hard into your hands. So notice if you're rocking back and forth, roll forward once. You want to freeze between your ribs and hips. Try to keep your neck part of the natural arc of your spine. So notice if your head is way down or jamming way back. Try to keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. Nice bend from the side. Point your toes, chest up a little bit more. Kick, kick, kick. Good. Change. Slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on the towel. Still breathing. I used to drop my head back all the way in that every time, and I think it looks really pretty and it can feel good. But for most, not all of us, but for most of us, like the neck is the part of the body that's the part of the spine that's got the most mobility. So you can let that go last, right? Like at the end, you can drop your head back if it feels good, but you're really working more into like the middle and upper spine. That's the parts of our back that usually need the most like opening in yoga, yeah? Okay, bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push yourself up. Come to the top of your mat and towel for fixed firm. Supta Vidrasana. Let me show you the first set from the side. So start in tabletop, open your knees and open your feet. As you're ready, start to walk your hands back and eventually sink your hips down between your heels. If you're sitting on your feet, open your feet wider. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. This posture is a tricky mistress. If you can sit down between your heels, put your hands on your feet, bend your right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head on the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is just perfect. You want a gentle stretch to your toes, ankles, knees, and hips, but never a point of pain. This is another one where I'll see people say, well, if I turn my toes out, I can go into it all the way. But the answer, of course, to that is like, well, your ankles are tight, and you should probably be working through your ankle tightness first, right? So make sure toes point back, insides of the feet stay parallel, even if that means you don't go as far. Good, change. Put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So again, often if we just like change the posture ever so slightly, we can go a lot deeper, and it might look cool on Instagram. No denying that. But it's not as therapeutic, right? It's never about the depth. It's always about the form. The depth feeds the ego, and that's okay. I'm okay with having ego that like helps you come back to class. We all have that posture that's like, oh my gosh, I look so good in that. Wonderful, celebrate that. But the form is what really heals like the body, the mind, the spirit. Working slowly and patiently in the yoga heals the body. A little bit of ego also helps us keep coming back. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, so do it the right way even if you don't go as far. Point your toes back so the insides of your feet stay parallel. Remember, you can keep your hands on the floor in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. If you can sit between your heels, put your palms on your soles. Right elbow down, knees never come off the floor. Left elbow down, never going to a point of pain. Drop your head back, head on the floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor. Arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. If that's all easy, walk your knees back together, but knees never, ever, ever come off the floor. Good, change. Put your hands on your feet, push yourself up. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. Still breathing. If the sit-ups ever bother your back, you are welcome to skip them by rolling off to the side. The sit-ups, like everything else we do, are optional. And although, I encourage you doing postures, quote unquote, the right way, or with attention to form, attention to detail, know that there's modifications for all of these. So if there's a posture where you've been doing it for a while and you're like, this doesn't feel right, or I still don't know if I'm doing it right, send me a message and I'm happy to just like meet with you after class or before class and we can troubleshoot, no problem. Lots of modifications. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. And I might not be able to answer your question, but I will at least have some more questions to ask you, which is kind of fun. Half tortoise, Ardha Karmasana. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, you can always start by standing on your shins. Stretch up and go down. You're welcome to place one or both hands on the floor and walk yourself down. Otherwise, arms of your ears, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Try to lift your elbows and wrists off the floor, tilt the pinky fingers down. What does it feel like if you squeeze your palms together up to the wrists? As you inhale, reach your arms forward. As you exhale, sink your hips down. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change, slowly come up, arms with your ears. You can always walk yourself out of it. Arms down, turn around, Savasana. Take an inhale, take an exhale. Second set, legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good. Turn, come to the back of your mat and towel. Second set, half tortoise, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, only cross your thumbs. See if you can actively press your palms together the whole way. Stretch up and go down. So notice when your palms start to come apart. For me, it's right about here. Press the palms together, squeeze your feet together. Oh my gosh, touch forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Good, change, come up, palms together, feet together, nice. Arms down, turn around, Savasana. The next two postures are our deepest back bend followed by our deepest forward curl. Some people say, like, you know, if you have a good camel pose and a good rabbit pose, then you have a good life. Here we go. Legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, okay. Turn, come to the top of your mat and towel for Camel Ustrasana. I'm gonna stand back a little bit so that you can see me. I'll show you from periphery. So stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Put your hands at your waistband spine, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Try to keep your hips over your knees the whole time so you're not leaning back. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, and at first just look up to the ceiling. If this feels okay, keep your eyes open and drop your head all the way back. You can stay here the whole time with hands on back. When you're ready, keep your hands on your back and go back halfway, freeze in the middle. You can stay here, where right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. Good, change. Put your hands on your back first, and then push yourself up without twisting your spine. Reverse, reverse. Head up last, good. Turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Breathe, let go. I'd never recorded my own class until COVID. And one thing that I found if I ever watch it back is when I do this posture, it's weird. I like rock side to side several times and like I'm moving my knees. And I'm reminded of, have you ever watched a dog like make a nest, how they kind of like turn in circles to like make their blanket perfect? I feel like, I'm not comparing myself to a dog. I have high self-esteem, I promise. But I feel like that's what I'm doing. Like I'm making a little nest on my mat so that I can properly do the posture. And my positive spin on that is like when I'm on my yoga mat, this is the center of the universe. I'm making a home. So every posture you do, think about making it your home, making it your own. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Great, turn, come to the top of your mat and towel, second set. You can open your knees a little wider. Yeah, so I do some of this. I don't really know why I do it, but I can't help it. You can open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, still keep 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your back, bring your elbows in, push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, look up. Maybe drop your head back. Remember, you can hold still at any point. Maybe go back halfway. Maybe grab your heels, thumbs outside, fingers inside. If you can't grab your heels, keep your hands on your back. It is safer for your spine. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, hold still and breathe. Good, change. Put your hands on your back, push yourself up. Nice, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Let yourself feel whatever you feel. Savasana makes it better. Dizzy, nauseous, lightheaded, heavy-headed, any sort of emotion, or just releasing it to the exhale breath. Let it go. Let's keep going. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Rabbit, Sasandasana. Sit knees, feet together, showing you from the side, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands, like little bunny ears. Flip your L's down. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Depending on your body proportions, you might not be able to grab your heels when you're at the top. Bring your forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Once your head is on the floor, reach back, grab your heels, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels, don't lose the grip. Pull on your heels, suck your stomach in, and lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, lift your shoulders up away from your ears, press your hips forward towards your ribs, engage your abdominal wall, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc. Head up last, nice. Turn around, Savasana. Second set, legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Second set, rabbit, knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands. Flip your palms down. Grab your heels from the outside. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest. Go down around your spine like a bunny. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. Keep your head in place. Press down through your feet, ankles, shins, and knees. Lift your shoulders up. Squeeze your heels together. Round your spine. Good. Change hips down. Slowly uncurl. Head up last. Nice. Turn around. Savasana. Almost to the end. Everybody's doing great. Let me do a time check. Okay. We're gonna zip through this real quick, but we'll do 2 sets of head to knee with stretching. Yay, here we go. Legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, so 2 sets, but they'll go fast. First set, head to knee with stretching. Right leg out, left leg in. Arms over your head, stretch up. Turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, and touch your forehead to your knee. You can bend your right leg as much as you want. Touch knee and head together, front side compression, throat choked. Eyes open, breathing normal. Flex all 10 fingers, all 5 toes back to your face. Bend elbows down, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in. Stretch up, turn to your left and touch your forehead and knee together. You can bend your left leg as much as you need, touch knee and head together. Practice the grip for standing head to knee tomorrow. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down on your back, let your spine realign and sit up. Paschimottanasana, stretching. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Notice if toes are turning in and knees are coming out, bring knees together, flex your pinky toes back. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back, a straight spine. If your legs are straight, lock your legs and bend elbows down. Stomach to thighs, chest to knees, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come up, turn around, Savasana. Still breathing. Notice if your mind has started to wander to what's coming after class, that's normal. I invite you to keep your mind with your body, with your breath, fostering the mind-body connection. Second set, head to knee with stretching. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up, push the air out. All right. Second set, right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs make an L, a 90-degree angle, no wider. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, turn to your right, around your spine, touch your forehead and knee together. Now, if your knee and head touch easily with a bent leg, keep going, kick your heel forward. If your leg is straight, keep going, lock your leg, bend elbows down, elbows to floor, left elbow down a little bit, left shoulder down, so both sides of your back round equally. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in. Stretch up, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, and put your forehead on your knee. Imagine there's a mosquito underneath your knee and you want to smush the mosquito with the bottom of your knee. Lock your leg, heel forward, lock your leg, stomach in, lock your leg, elbows down. Good, change, arms up, both legs out. You can skip the sit up and stay here. Otherwise, lie down, heels down, sit up. Wonderful. Okay, second set stretching. I'll show you from the side. What a novelty. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Walk your hips back. My gravestone will say, I'll show you from the side. Bend your knees, keep your spine straight. If your legs are straight, lock your legs. So in head to knee pose, we rounded our spine to get our heads to our knees. In stretching pose, you want to arch your spine. Keep a flat back as you go down, stomach to thighs, pull, chest to knees, stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come up, turn around, Savasana. Take a breath. Last posture of the day is the spine twist. Should feel really good after all your hard work. Here we go. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful. Turn, come to the middle of your mat and towel for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Identify your left, identify your right, don't mix them up. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee corner. Right arm behind you, left arm up, stretch up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, heel, and right foot all touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your right shoulder and twist. You can keep your hand behind you. You can also grab your hip, your waistband, one day your inner thigh. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, slowly unwind. I'll show you this one from the side. Bend your right leg on the floor, touch your left heel to your right knee corner. You're also welcome to have your right leg straight. Left arm behind you, right arm up and over. Grab your right knee with your right hand. Keep your left hand close behind you so your chest is lifted. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist. You can keep your hand behind you or do the half bind. Keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Nice. Change, slowly unwind, turn around, Savasana. Okay, we started the 26 and 2 with a breathing exercise, and we always end with another breathing exercise. So we always begin and end with our lungs. What a delight. Final breathing, here we go. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, okay. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. Eventually sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. But if it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. For Kapalabhati breathing, exhale through your mouth. And as you exhale through your mouth, pull your abdomen in. When your stomach relaxes, your lungs will automatically take in air. It's pretty cool. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. Five, four, three, two, one. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up tall. Lock out your arms and try to keep your shoulders and chest as still as possible. It's just the belly snapping in, the rest of the body stays still. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Take a slow exhale through your nose. I just checked, my sweet potatoes came out perfectly. Think about that. You know, the process of baking a sweet potato, like the science of it is really crazy, right? Like when you heat it up, it becomes like more sugary, it releases that, and then that's how you get the sweet flavor that you don't get when it's raw. And think about that with yoga too, right? It was only 75 minutes. It's not that much of your day. And yet it's kind of transformative, right? Sometimes we go in feeling like raw or rough or tough or bitter. And we come out like a little softer, a little sweeter. I did not plan on using this metaphor, but I think it is apt, right? So just, you know, your yoga practice, some days we're super stoked to go. Sometimes we're like, oh, I don't know. But just remember how you feel right now. And the next time you're questioning, like, should I go to yoga today? Just remember this feeling. Nice, like a sweet potato. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. Savoring every breath. You're welcome to stay in Final Savasana for as long as you'd like. If you'd like, I will show you an image of my sweet potatoes. Ta-da! Beautiful.